Okay, so we finished the 50 grit process, and it looks like we've got the scratches under control. I've added some light to the situation, it always helps. So it kind of looks swirly and scratchy, kind of like an ice rink right now for you northern people. But it's we've gotten the scratches and we've honed it down to the depths of the scratches on a whole big surface here of this countertop. So what we're going to do is go to the next step, which would be the 120. And we're going to work it real good and go a little bit further. We're going to overlap where we finished. Where that blue line is, we're going to go a little further to the right and a little further to the left where those scratches end to overlap. So you have to go further and further each time. By the time we're done, we're probably going to be right to the very end of the cabinet or the end of the granite. So we're going to go ahead and just work it for a little bit here and go from there. So we're going to change the pads from 50 grit to 120. So we'll just put those on evenly. You can change one at a time or all three. 120. And it's good to stay organized with your discs. You can line them up evenly along the, so you know where they are. So there we have it. We're going to go to the next grit and move these out of the way. Add some water. I don't have access really to too much water here, so I just pour it into the sponge so it comes out the other end, and then we're all set to go. So I'm going to just attempt to go up to the tape, and that will still be overlapping. So I'm squeezing out some water. If you want to direct it a bit, you can pull it to where you want it to go with the squeegee. Get it under those discs. And one other thing I have to do is put on the apron. So we'll go ahead and do that. My makeshift apron out of an industrial garbage bag. And we'll get right to it. Okay, we're ready to go. What we were trying to accomplish is to have an even flow, cover the area back and forth this way. We're just going to go over this whole area now, so it all is even when we're done. We're still in the honing process, so we're honing the stone. We're taking the shine off wherever there's a shine. Taking those. Now these scratches are going to get smaller as you go up in grit. So when you go up to 120, you're going to be making these scratches. They're going to be smaller. They're going to appear to be smaller. So all you do is just you keep rolling this way, stop, add some water, a little bit of water. It does make a mess. I've covered the floor with blankets and also covered the cabinet. So if you go back and forth this way, make sure there's water underneath it, these pads, because they don't work without water. Then you go this way. You have to be very thorough. I've worked this one for a long time. The 120 Very important. This is going to be the conclusion maker of how it's going to turn out in the end. Because if you don't hone it properly, you don't hone it really good, then you'll have those scratches show through later in the shine as you finish. Then you'll have to start all over again, and that's no fun. So I'm going to work this for probably another 10 minutes, and then we'll go to the next step.